What's going on, guys? It's Alex of Tech, and we have a phone in that I'm really excited to take a look at. It is nothing like what I'm used to. This is the Black Shark from Xiaomi, and it is a gaming phone. So we saw the Razer phone last year, right? It came out, it's a gaming phone. This is taking it to the next level. We're losing some of the stuff that made the Razer cool, but it is a gaming phone. So what are the differences? It has a liquid cooling, has that LED back lighting that looks like a gaming laptop. Really cool design. So I'm really excited to open this box up. So the Black Shark is made by Xiaomi, and the first thing we see is your gamer lets shark. Yeah. I want to also make this clear, this is a Chinese phone only marketed and sold in the Chinese markets, but you can purchase this and bring it over to the US and use it like I am. It has LTE bands for global SIM networks. I'm using on T-Mobile. So yeah, you could do that if you want, but obviously it's not marketed towards the US here. And you can totally see right off the bat that this phone is so unique and so different. Let's pull the sleeve off. It's thick, it has bezels, it is hefty and heavy. Wow, look at this. Look at this. It's a it's a heavy phone, unique, a lot of cuts. We're going to take an in-depth look at it in a second. But first, let's quickly just go through the rest of the box. What other weird things can we find in this box, this weird phone, period? There is a attachment that we can purchase that I have purchased. It's going to come in soon. It's a controller, and we're going to do a video on that later too. But we do have a bumper case, very nice bumper case here. Very nice bumper case, it really is. And we also have a screen protector, nothing too special here, nothing too fancy there. And we have startup guides that we can't read in Chinese, so we can toss that aside. And at the heart of it, it is just a regular smartphone. Basic stuff like power on, setting up, it's all the same Android experience. And we also have our charging brick, which interestingly enough is the US charger. So we can use this brick in the US here. And it is USB-C as well. So the cable should be USB-A to USB-C, and it is indeed. There is also something else in there. Okay, so there is no headphone jack on this gaming phone, which is an odd thing to remove, but they do give you an adapter, so they do have that 3.5 millimeter to USB-C. So on the back of the phone, you see that S. That S lights up when you boot up the phone, when you get notifications. That's your notification light. It has dual cameras on the back, a 20 megapixel sensor and also a 12 megapixel sensor, but you're not buying this phone for the camera. We're going to just check it out, but you're not buying the phone for the camera. On one side, you have the power button and the volume rockers. Very clicky, very nice feeling. Nothing at the top. The other side, we have another, like a toggle switch, like the one we see on the OnePlus 6. This is not for silencing your phone. This is for a mode. It's a gaming mode called the Shark mode. We're going to take a look at that in another video. On the bottom, we have a USB-C port and also the bottom firing speaker. So the phone, once again, is hefty. It is heavy. Let's pop that case on there, or the bumper case at least. Very nice. I really do like the setup, and it looks really unique. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. If you're looking for a very clean, aesthetically looking phone, this is not it. This is bulky. It's chunky, it has some weird cuts, and then they have some weird like grippy material in the back that makes it feel a little rubbery. It's very unique. So let's boot up the phone, let's go over the rest of the specs. So while it's setting up, this phone has a 5.99-inch 1080p display, so almost a 6-inch display. It has 6 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage, a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, and it has the Snapdragon 845, which is the flagship processor this year. So I'm expecting very good performance. Gaming performances should be good as well. We're going to have to see about that once we start testing it. I do want to note one weird... Okay, before I get into that, that's the Huawei P20, which was my daily driver for this current year that I've been using. As you can see, the size difference is drastic. It's heavier, bigger, thicker, wider, everything that can be bigger it is compared to something like the P20. Okay, so one thing I wanted to note, there is no SD card support, which is really strange for a gaming phone. A gaming phone should have that. And we aren't running MIUI, we're running a different type of launcher from Xiaomi, a different type of skin. It's a little bit like a Razer, like, you know, the Razer experience when you pop on a Razer laptop or or like the Razer phone. So it's just the color scheme and the layout and the dark modes. Everything just feels a little bit more like a Razer device. And like it or not, a lot of people, when they think of gaming, they think of Razer. They think of that green and the black. So we see that kind of emulated here. You can't change that to a light mode though, but automatically it's set on dark mode. And there are a lot of custom settings for this phone to take advantage of the uniqueness here. So one of the things that it also does is it has Android Oreo right off the box, which is good. You never know sometimes. You might get something different, but it is 8.0 and it's already a little behind. I do not know how Xiaomi is going to update this thing. However, settings-wise and features, it's just so drastically different from MIUI. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. Not that MIUI was good in the first place, but that toggle that you just see right there, that is for a gaming mode. I've actually already tried it after this video was shot, and what this does is when you're in a game, when you're actually playing a game, you can toggle this and it optimizes that game, turns everything off in the background, changes your notifications so that it has like a special way of managing your RAM and everything. So it gives every attention of your phone to that game to make it run as best as it can. We're going to do more videos playing games. Obviously, this is a gaming phone. Whether that Black Shark mode or the Shark mode really does anything to help, well, it remains to be seen. But it does have that capability, which we don't see. Also, the camera, I'm not expecting much, honestly. I mean, it has a dual cameras on the back, and the megapixel count seems good, and it does seem clear through the viewfinder, and shutter speed seems to be good as well. But at the same time, I mean, Xiaomi phones, their cameras are decent, but they have never been elite. They've never been the best of the best. And this phone especially isn't meant to do that. It's not meant to be a camera phone. It's not meant to have the best cameras. It's competing in this weird little space that is known as gaming space, gaming phone, whatever. Whoever needs a gaming phone, this is the space that they're looking at. So I'm not really expecting too much from the camera, but we're gonna take a look at that in our full review as well. Before we end this video, let's take a look at some of the unique settings here, right? So what makes this phone different is that it has a lot of customizability in terms of your gaming experience. Like as you see here, there is a fingerprint scanner on the bottom front of the phone. It's also laid out as a power button, and the back and recent apps, it's capacitive keys off screen. And you can swipe left, swipe right. You get these like toggle menus on the side that are supposed to help you when you're gaming. Quicker answers, quicker rejection of calls. You can silence things. You can block notifications, close all the apps. It's supposed to give you that option right when you're gaming, so so you're immersed in your experience. I don't know how helpful that is. Honestly, I really do not. After a month with this, we're going to know a little bit more. I'm going to let you guys know on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm going to update you as my time goes by about how I feel every single day with it. But right now, I really don't feel like it does much. But we're going to see. Other than that, let me know what games you guys want me to test out. I'm going to do some videos playing some games. Once I get the controller, we're going to do a video on that as well. There's a lot of interesting things about this phone I want to test out. Let me know what you guys want to see. And I'll see you in the next video.
If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit the bell button below so that you don't miss a single video in the future. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!